Today is a special day for us as we have organized an international expert lecture on empowering grassroots communities through virtual heritage by our international speaker, Mr. Emmanuel Hussain. First and foremost, I take this opportunity to welcome amongst us the Dean of School of Engineering, Dr. Kirtipal Ma'am, our Head of Department, Architect Madhuri Agarwal Ma'am, our distinguished guest and speaker for the day, Mr. Emmanuel Hussain. Please give them a big round of applause. To quote the great Gautam Buddha, if you light a lamp for somebody, it will also brighten the path for you. So with these words in mind, I now request the Dean of School of Engineering, Dr. Kirtipal Ma'am, our Head of Department, Architect Madhuri Agarwal Ma'am, our distinguished guest and speaker for the day, Mr. Emmanuel Hussain, Nirmata Mehrotra Ma'am, and Anand Sir to kindly come forward and light the lamp. There is a way to start the day with the blessings of Goddess Saraswati. So here we had Soumya, Gauri and Deepti performing the Saraswati Vandana. Please give them a big round of applause. So without any further ado, I now request our Head of Department, Architect Madhuri Agarwal Ma'am, to lead us forward. Over to you, ma'am.
Good afternoon everyone, and thank you all for making this event a success. I could actually see the whole department at one place, and I would really like to welcome Emmanuel. He came all the way from Bangladesh to our university, to our Department of Architecture and Regional Planning. So today's lecture on empowering grassroots communities through virtual heritage, exploring the role of technology in preserving heritage and celebrating cultural identity in Bangladesh, is an effort to enrich all the participants, including our students and faculty members and professionals, with the expertise of our today's guest, Architect Emmanuel Hussain. Architect Hussain has extensively worked in the sectors of heritage, conservation and management in Bangladesh. Today we have the occasion to acquaint ourselves with the vast and vivid cultural heritage of Bangladesh, our neighbor, and glance into various aspects of the conservation works that are being conducted there. It would be both interesting and a great learning opportunity for us to evaluate the role of technology and the community in the process. Now, I would like to invite our Honorable Dean Ma'am, Dr. Kirtipal Ma'am, to take the dais and introduce our today's guest.
Good morning to all of you. I would like to welcome our esteemed guest, Imamul Hussain, and all faculty members and my dear students of School of Engineering, Gautam University. Architect Hussain is a conservation and cultural heritage practitioner. Currently, he is serving as assistant professor in Social University, Dhaka, Bangladesh. As a teacher, his priorities is in depth analysis and the application of embedded practices and cultural practice in order to foster mind that are meaningful and relevant to the communities serve. Primary research focuses on the conservation, interpretation, and implementation of cultural sites. He is engaged in the sector and conducts several focusing on historical and cultural preservation in Bangladesh. His research activities aim to widen the of heritage practices and the approaches of architectural conservation, heritage management, and interpretation by utilizing appropriate design interventions and innovative technological systems. Once again, I would like to welcome our esteemed speaker, Imamul Hussain, and thank you for accepting our invitation. I also want to congratulate and appreciate the effort of your HOD, Madhuri Agarwal, for continuously planning such type of events. Through these events, definitely the students as well as faculty members getting knowledge that in outside of our country or in our country, what are going on in current your area, like in architecture and planning. So once again, I would like to congratulate HOD and his team, his all team members, students, which are actively participated in all these events. Thank you.
So the moment is here, and now we invite on stage our distinguished guest and guest speaker for the day, architect Imamul Hussain. Please give him a big round of applause. We welcome you, sir.
Thanks a lot, Chandra, and good morning, everyone. Honorable faculty members, Honorable Dean Ma'am, and the head of the department, and all the lovely faces of the students here I can see from Department of Architecture and Regional Planning in Gautam University. And I'm deeply honored and very feeling delighted to be here today to share my experiences and the knowledge that comes along with it, with such an incredible group of talented minds here. And namaste, as Chandra introduced, my name is Hussain, and hailing beautiful land, your neighboring country. And you must hear our country from the game of cricket. So first, I would like to express my gratitude to for introducing me and the warm invitation to have me. And while I appreciate the deal of part, I consider myself someone who is a very passionate heritage practitioner, not a heritage because I'm continuously learning and evolving myself along with my students and my fellow. And this is a fascinating field, the cultural heritage. And I have for more than 5 years of experience in design practices and more than 9 years, I would say, in cultural heritage practices also. So I'm in a journey to unravel the mysterious tapestry of heritage. And as you can see on the screen, I hold a background in both architecture and heritage studies. So I'm also an architect. And I obtained my BR degree from Bangladesh. And now I must confess that I would take maybe slightly more than 1 hour if you allow me. However, I assure you that I will be mindful of the clock. Okay. So coming to the second slide. So the primary focus of our today's lecture is that I want to explore what our thoughts were before we conduct the conservation works, then how it evolved with time, and how we see the gaps with our understandings, and it could develop from an expert-oriented perception to more like a community-centric and people-centric approaches, and how we connected with the communities. So as you can see on the screen, this is an augmented reality model of a mosque that has been I set on my table. So I'm not very fluent in Hindi, so please pardon me for that. And Bangla is my mother tongue. As you can see, Bangladesh is right there. And now I'm curious to know that if any of you or how many of you have visited in Bangladesh? Is there any persons here? Okay. So we can share some intriguing facts first with you, and as I can see and feel that both of our nations have some commonalities, and I must elaborate. This is here in Bangladesh, a very small country neighboring to yours and friend to yours. So we have like 3 heritage sites inscribed by UNESCO. We have more than 500 archaeological heritage sites that's been registered by the Department of Archaeology, and there are many recognized intangible cultural heritage also. So more than 30 ethnic groups we have in Bangladesh. They have their distinct habitation patterns. We have festivals and everything. And most interestingly, we do share a common natural heritage with India, the Sundarbans. See the Royal Bengal tiger here. So yeah, that's our common. So now coming back to India, we have a long shared cultural connection. And for the first 50 years, you'll be very interested to know that I have graduated from Bangladesh University of Engineering and Technology. And our long tradition is that when we are in 3rd year, so there is a 40 days of trip into India. So that's our photo. You can find me there along with my classmates during our trip back to India in 2011. And man, that's unforgettable experience. Now you must be wondering what was driving force for her neighboring country of to come here long way and visited the states. And the answer is heritage. We do visit the heritage places. We used to go to consider and other places because there's a rich history and diverse connection that we feel same in Bangladesh and same in India. And as heritage journey in India, that for unbreakable bond that still feel today. So let's say if we look at the heritage or cultural context of Bangladesh, although I say that it has the similarity, but it also has some uniqueness and dissimilarity. As Bangladesh is a land of river, there are more than 700 waterways that flows from the heart of Bangladesh, and it has contributed to the architecture, building block or material, I would say, the clay. So the rivers, they come, they're the vital part of our identity. They bring clays and we make brick out of it. And you can see the grand architectural examples that are made in India by stones, but we have very much, what I would say, that community-centric and narrowed down and humble structures, because building spans may not be that large with clays. So these are some examples. So now coming to the focus of our discussion today. This is a glimpse of an AR projection, virtual reality model of a historic mosque to a remote and village settlement in Bangladesh that we did in, as a part of an outreach program in 2022. And this is also a brick-built mosque, as most of the architectures are there in Bangladesh. And you can call this form of projection is an augmented reality or AR projection that connects both the physical world with the hyper-real spaces of the virtual reality. So for this presentation, I'll be focusing on two critical questions. I'll not give an answer, but I like to move along with it. The first one is, can augmented reality or AR-based virtual heritage be considered as an alternative tool or strategy for heritage interpretation? Wouldn't know. And second, is it possible with the help of virtual heritage to go beyond the conventional notion of heritage interpretation that is mostly descriptive and linear and interpretive approach? Please don't get afraid by this terms, because I'd like to discuss this more to a more easier way. So to address it, I will share my field-based experiences of how we envision virtual heritage with our project, and I will discuss some intriguing findings with you, delving from the hyper-reality aspects to how we connected with the communities and showcase their cultural heritage along with it. And I promise you that I will not go much into the boring technical details. So, to achieve the answers of these questions, I have divided the lecture into three parts. So, and I hope there will be a Q&A session along with it at the end of this lecture. So the first segment will explore the general ideas, the digital or virtual surrogate of heritage places, what they are, the context and the challenges, both theoretically and in practical way. And in the second part, it is more about my personal journey that I'm entitling, that seeing through the new lenses, it's an alternate lens, from expert-oriented documentation to more of a people-centric heritage discourse. And the third part, it will be more of a reflection from the experiences and the encounters, in which I will discuss the challenges, the scopes, and the context that we encountered in our research explorations with the communities while we develop a prototype AR or augmented reality application that help to empower the communities for betterment of the interpretation. So